just in the past, maybe 2 days. I'm not sure exactly the time it happened, but like literally just happened. It's December 5th. Um, Sabrina Carpenter has songs, and the White House and Trump has had this habit of taking pop songs and applying them to their videos that would promote specific things that Trump is doing or wants to do. And Trump took one of her songs and applied it to a video that had to do with immigration and like basically with people arresting people and deporting them. And Sabrina strongly objected to it. She said on Twitter she didn't want her music or, her self to be utilized to promote such things. And I think that the White House ended up using a clip of her saying something later, like they ignored her, and like they ended up using her later anyway on immigration as well. And this is one of these examples where women are taken and people like determine the narrative of that woman, and like her music is now going to be utilized for what this man Trump wants it to be. And it's like her autonomy and her ability to direct her own narrative of like what she wants to represent is taken from her, and women kind of don't, like what power do they have to say like, I don't want my image to be used to promote this or that. And it's not even just that, it's also this idea of like, this happens all the time, where men will take issues or like women's issues or feminist issues and display it in a way that pleases them or is comforting or comfortable for them. So like, we'll talk about feminism, but we're not going to talk about it in a way that makes men uncomfortable. Or like, we'll talk about a specific issue that women are affected by, but we'll do it in the way that men want it to be done. So there's two different aspects to this. There's like the blatant, like using a woman, in this case with Sabrina, to push a idea or a belief that like she completely doesn't agree with, or on the other hand, take something that a woman does agree with and water it down and be like, oh, we'll talk about it, but only in the way that the men want it to be talked about. And women have to be kind of damper down and like watered down and be careful with what you say. This happens a lot, particularly with like things that have to do with disrespect. And like, we can call out Trump, or we can call out specific political parties if they're mistreating women, but we can't call out these men over here if they're mistreating women because we agree with them politically. And like, here's the thing, like Trump has been horrible forever. He's not the only horrible person. Like when he's horrible, we should call him out, and when other men are horrible, we should call them out too. But women in all of this, right? This is my point, is like, this happens a lot more. It's not just this specific case with Sabrina, where like what a woman represents should be determined by her, right? And men just dismiss what their wishes are, dismiss what Sabrina's wishes are, and just will use her as like a little tool, and exploit her. And it's like, this is what women go through. And all men across the board, atheist, Christian, Republican, liberal, Democrat, independent, whatever, non-political, men across the board. You're always going to find men across the spectrum who are happy to, take something that has to do with women and use it to their own benefit. And when women say, hey, this is, you're not helping us, the women are silenced. And this is something like all of it. It's just another example. And so, yes, it's wrong when Trump does it to Sabrina, and we need to realize it's wrong when men do that to women. It's just this constant thing where they'll, use women to their benefit. And it's like, when are women going to be able to just have the autonomy to be able to speak their mind and not be punished for it. Like,